Okay, hello everybody. This is VidHead85, and joining me now is Alex. Say hello to the YouTube.
Hi, YouTube. How are you?
Okay, so today, basically, what I wanted to talk about was kind of maybe more like another kind of viewpoint on LGBT issues and navigating the world around you because there are some experiences as a black man that I have that many other people may not, and you as a differently abled person, as well as you're attending school and all that you have different experiences that other people may not, as well as being LGBT, because that's definitely that's definitely a part of you as well.
Right.
But first, can you tell us a little bit about yourself? Like, how many brothers, sisters? What was your life like at home?
That's a very deep question. I will try to actually summarize as best as possible.
That's
Um,
fine.
Basically, my childhood was I grew up with my biological family until I was about 9 or 10.
Mm-hmm.
From there, I was moved from my biological family to a foster family, and I lived there for about 12 years.
Mm-hmm.
And so I know most of my biological family except for my father.
Okay.
Don't know him at all.
All right.
I know my grandmother. I have, including my foster siblings, I have two sisters and one brother.
Okay.
So, you know, and I'm lucky enough now to have two families.
Okay.
Three out of my friends. So,
Okay. Well, there's always what they call a real family, and then the chosen family, and that's always
Exactly.
great to have. So, so tell me, okay, you have what's called cerebral palsy. It's a mild form, you said?
Yeah, I have a
Okay.
very mild form of spastic cerebral palsy.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, now, okay, I'm pretty sure that you get the looks from inquiring kids and whatnot, as you posted that on Facebook and whatnot. Like, how is it? Okay, like you're out in the mall, and like, how does it feel sometimes when you're like, okay, look, nothing to see here. I'm just walking. I'm trying to do some shopping or whatever. Leave me alone.
Well, I mean, no doubt there is that feeling there, but the one thing you have to understand about most people is that even if you look different in some way, even little kids are going to ask about things, whether you're Asian, whether you're black, whether you're
Hmm.
disabled,
Right.
whatever you are.
Yeah.
So, and even regular people who are grown up are going to even look and ask questions.
Hmm.
But so you have to kind of walk with that sense of, okay, they don't really know. I
Mhm.
understand that. I'm not going
Right.
to stop and tell everybody that I'm disabled or differently able.
Right. Yeah.
However, it's kind of cool because in a way, it's almost like you're giving them sort of a kick in the pants to say, why don't you go home and look this up? Or why don't you try to look this up for yourself?
Yeah.
You don't have to wear a T-shirt that says, I'm differently abled and this is what I have.
Uh-huh.
But what you can say is, hey, here I am. You can either take me as I am or get the hell out of my way.
Yeah, like they say, what, steamroller, pavement, or either you're the steamroller or you're the pavement,
Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
And the thing is, too, a lot of people, the people that do ask are the people that I actually value the most.
Hmm.
Now, a lot of people tend to ask, okay, so would it be appropriate for me to go up and ask somebody about, what their issue was or whatever?
Hmm.
And the answer is it depends.
Okay.
Because you can't always go up to ask somebody because some people will take that as offensive.
Right.
And other people will be completely open with it. So it
Mhm.
depends upon the person.
Okay.
Me, I'm completely fine with people approaching me and asking me about what I have and how I
Mhm.
deal with it,
Yeah.
etc., etc. That's fine. I'm
Mhm.
ready to look. Other people, that's not the case. So
Mhm.
it all depends on how that person feels. And honestly, it's not a lot of people. There are some people who are not very open to it. There's other people who are really fine with it. So it depends.
Yeah, just like with anything else, you got to kind of
Exactly.
take the temperature of everything.
Exactly.
Now tell me, like what was school like for you?
Um, School in general is interesting because there are a lot of people. High school was not fun because
Mhm.
of course I was picked on.
Mhm.
Um, but I was picked on because honestly, I was not comfortable with myself.
Right.
Once you reach a level of comfort with yourself, those bullies tend to go away. I'm saying that for your high school viewers, if you have any.
Oh,
Um,
preach.
College is much different. You get some looks here and there, but you honestly gain more friends because you have a more maturity level, which is cool. You still get the questions. I guess honestly, the few questions that I get a lot of are, "Can you have sex?" and "So what is wrong with you?"
Okay, can you have sex? And what's wrong with you? Sounds perfect.
Those are the two that I get the most.
Uh-huh. So,
Especially when I'm, dating and stuff like that, which I'm sure we'll get to. But the one thing that I always tell people is I'm just like you. The only difference between me and you is that I walk in crutches and you don't.
So now, about getting more comfortable with yourself here. Okay, there is a character Inuyasha that I really connect with.
I watch Inuyasha, yeah, I'm aware.
Oh, I have all of the episodes. I have the movies. I've even done videos of like my favorite Inuyasha, Sesshomaru, and Shippo moments. But the one thing that I've found out growing up for me is I was basically like a misfit, and I kind of grew a thick skin and a smart mouth to deal with a lot of things that came my way. In other words, those were like kind of defense mechanisms so that, yeah, right, I'm not going to let you, steamroll over me. Did you like grow any kind of like defense mechanisms or whatever else, like to kind of get through some things in your life?
Well, I think we all do. I mean, we all kind of grow defense mechanisms in our own way, whether you're a minority or not.
Yeah.
But I think for the minority, we tend to be a bit more of reproach against society because we don't want society to attack us and be like, "Oh, what's wrong with you? Why are you black or why are you walking on crutches or whatever?"
Yeah.
But to me, yeah, it was annoying. But one thing that one of my therapists told me at one point, she said, why is someone approaching you, asking you, why you're gay or why you're disabled any different than somebody walking up to you and asking why you're purple? You may not actually be purple.
Yeah.
But, why, if it's not true or even if it is true, what difference does it make? All they're trying to do is learn about you.
Yeah.
And even if
Okay.
if
That's an
they're
interesting
trying to
point.
use it against you, that's just their ignorance. So
Yeah.
you just kind of have to take it with that sort of grain of salt.
Yeah. So tell me, did you have any adjusting to do when you got to college? Because when I got to college, I was socially inept. It was horrible. It was just like crazy. But what was the adjustment to college like for you? Did you have a big period, or did you kind of just flow into it?
I don't think I would. I think I would say that a lot of my adjustment period happened in high school. Growing up around people that were more like, sort of very, I wouldn't say bullies, but they did pick on me from time to time. And I think for me, it was more of just, finally when you got to college, it was like, yeah, I'm free from all those idiots.
Yeah.
Which, I mean, okay. It was cool because the friends that I gained in college were the friends that I tend to keep very closely because they're people that actually legitimately understand me and will legitimately take the time to get to know me.
Yeah.
None of my friends acknowledge my disability as a disability.
Right.
They recognize it as, this is how I do things, but they don't see it as something that causes me difficulty. They're very accommodating to physical stuff, but they're not like, oh my gosh, he has a disability.
Right. Yeah, like a stop the presses. Alex is here, so now we gotta like make everything ergonomic and all this stuff, right?
Exactly.
Yeah.
It wasn't like that. My friends were very. I will say the only adjustment that I made between high school and college is I actually just came out of the closet in college. My freshman year of college, I came out of the closet, and that was my only real adjustment was breaking the gay world essentially.
Right. So was it was relatively easy for you? It was kind of hard for you. Like what was the
Okay,
journey
so
like for you?
here's where it gets complicated because as much as I am a part of the LGBT community now, I'm actually not as matriculated as I would like to be. I'm
What's
kind
that mean? Matriculated? Did you say?
yeah, matriculated as in being a part of the community.
Okay.
Um, I mean, I am a member of the Buffalo Bears.
Yeah. Cool
And
folks
that's
though. They're awesome. I love them. Yeah.
Those people are awesome. Kudos.
Yeah.
But the one thing I don't experience much outside of that group. I
Mhm.
was a part of Pride,
Mhm.
Fredonia Pride.
Right. Okay.
And th- don't get me wrong, it's a great group, but when people in Pride see me, they're not very accepting of me.
Mhm.
And I can only assume that's because of my disability. I can't assume that it's anything else because honestly, I don't think I'm that threatening of an individual. Um, there's a lot of very cliquey people that are just kind of like, "What's wrong with him?" when they don't ask, and it's like, if you're really that standoffish about it, maybe you should come talk to me. But you never know.
Yeah.
Don't get me wrong. I've met a lot of very cool, very accepting, especially within the Bears.
Mhm.
I've met a lot of people that are very accepting of the fact that I am differently abled, and that's awesome.
Yeah.
So I'm not saying that everybody in the LGBT community is
Right. It's sorry.
No, it's okay.
Well, it's kind of like I'm not really saying that it's all but it's kind of like, okay, these are some of the things that I noticed that are a little kind of like, is it kind of like that, or
Yeah, well, okay. Let's bring it to the elephant in the room. Okay, a lot of LGBT community is very sexually focused. There's no denying that.
yeah, guilty as
Okay.
charged.
So, so when somebody sees somebody that has a physical disability, I think a lot of people assume that I'm broken as an individual and I can't be sexually active because I am differently able.
Mhm.
That's my assumption. I don't know that for a fact. I haven't asked all the LGBT community, but that's my assumption.
Well, I think that you would be pretty that's pretty I would think that that's pretty accurate.
I will say too that when I've mentioned to other guys that I haven't met either online or in person that when they ask so what's wrong with you, I've actually come across many times where guys have simply walked away from me after I've told them that I'm differently able. And those I can already see the YouTube comments now where people are going to say, well then he just wasn't the right person for you because he didn't get to know you, he just wanted you for your body. That's totally valid. That still happens.
Yeah.
And that's going to happen whether you're gay, straight, or otherwise.
Yeah, it's gonna happen because the whole "I don't do black guys" or "oh, you're too tall" or "you're a little heavy." Yeah,
Right.
yeah.
Exactly. What are those called? They're called like size queens. I know it's not the right context to use it in, but I think
Yeah, well, I can. Yeah, I'm sure it could mean more than just the one term in
Yeah.
which it usually is usually focused in. But now, okay, tell me something.
okay.
What is something that a lot of people would be surprised to find out about you? Other than, because, okay, we already find out that you do, okay, that you're all good that you're all good, but do you like paint or do you do music, or like what are some things that people would be like, I didn't know Alex did that or is good at that?
I think the biggest thing that a lot of people surprises a lot of people that I don't share with a lot of people, especially in this area, is that I do practice spiritual reading. I do like psychic reading, mediumship, tarot cards, that kind of thing.
Cool.
That's something that a lot of people are like, wow, I didn't know you did that. Because I tend to keep it to myself. It tends to scare a lot of people right off the bat, so it's something you don't share right away. But I don't mind sharing it here.
Yeah, they might be like, that's some bad mojo over there.
Exactly.
Yeah. So, okay. I recently discovered some music from my childhood.
Okay.
One of them's called Indian Flute by Timbaland and Magoo. What's let's say, some music that you may have discovered recently, or a song that just sticks with you as of now?
I will say, giving context to the question, I will say the one song that has always stuck with me from my childhood was Savage Garden's "Truly Madly Deeply."
Oh my goodness. Oh,
No, it's the first song I have ever memorized, and it's the only song I can almost remember word for word.
oh.
So, yeah.
Yeah, okay, tell me. Okay, did you ever, okay, like the radio and like play record and like cassette tapes, did you ever do that? Like, oh my goodness, because it is so crazy, like running across people who did that, But like, I would tape that song, "Truly Madly Deeply," and then I found out that the lead singer was gay, which was kind of
Right.
funny. And then one of my favorite ones to listen to, like I would even probably have like multiple copies of "Smooth" by Carlos Santana, and I thought to myself, man, that man he doesn't just play the guitar, he makes love to it. Like that was how how he sounded to me.
I love him, and actually, myself and my aunt, we both love Carlos Santana. More than anything in the world, so
Yeah.
I love that.
Oh,
Actually, if anything, if one band I think could come back from the '90s, I think it would be the Spice Girls.
oh God, that is so gay. You know what? I can't even front with you. I would so go to see the Spice Girls. Like we would be like right next to each other. Ah! Okay, so now so if you so we're moving on to some fun stuff here, okay? Let's say, what is your like favorite breakfast? Like if you could have if you could just whip it up out of the air and just snap your fingers for breakfast, like what's your favorite thing to have for breakfast?
My favorite thing for breakfast is honestly waffles with butter, syrup, and sausage. Because, why not? Dude? I mean, who doesn't like a good set of waffles?
Oh goodness, a little bit. Oh man. Okay, so now are you into any like shows on TV?
Oh, so many. True Blood, Dexter,
Mm-hmm.
Hannibal, CSI, any of the.
Oh yeah. Okay. Okay.
Wow. I was into Nip Tuck when that was going on. Let's see. What else?
Modern Family, maybe, or you watch that anytime?
I haven't actually got into that.
Yeah,
but
me neither. But I've
I'm
always.
into, Family Guy. I like Family Guy. a
Oh
lot.
come on, like Family Guy. Who doesn't? Unless they're like Louisiana conservative. You shall not watch this. And then even then they're like sneaking and watching the videos anyway.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But I actually do. I watch some anime sometimes. I mostly stick to movies for the most part.
Mhm.
I don't have cable, but I do watch almost everything online.
Mhm,
If
yeah.
I can.
Me too.
Yeah. So I used to actually watch The Vampire Diaries too, and
I hear a lot about that one.
it's pretty good. I mean, it's very Twilight-ish, but
Mhm.
so why not? Yeah. I'm trying to think if there's anything else I've been watching lately.
Okay.
I've been catching up on Big Bang Theory because I love Big Bang.
Oh
Theory.
my goodness. You know what? Let me tell you something about Big Bang Theory. At first, I thought it was just nothing but a bunch of like, oh dear, great. Like, there are going to be a bunch of guys talking like, well, me, but it's just going to be science-y. And, I kind of thought, I don't even want to bother with it. And then I saw it at my sister's house, and I'm like, okay, they have their geekiness and whatever else, but it's okay. They actually write it in a way that's pretty funny and whatnot.
Right.
So anytime I catch it, usually it's at my sister's or like whenever I'm out at somebody's house and I get to catch it and things like that.
Right.
So that's a pretty wonderful thing. And I gotta say it converted me, and I quite like it. So okay, now I've actually like. With the animes and stuff like that, I've actually gotten into some yaoi animes, and one of them that is, oh my goodness, it is like every time I think about it, it's called Junjo Romantica. Have you heard of it?
I've heard of it, yeah.
Oh my goodness, like you watch it, it's really cool. what I like about it is though the Yahweh. It's more like just it shows more like the tenderness between
Yeah.
the leads, and they have sex, but it's like it's almost like there's love there, and that's
Yeah.
really cool because
Yeah.
it's just awesome there.
Yeah,
But
it's not just like porn, essentially.
yeah, it's not quite like that.
There's legitimate love there, and it's really cool. So yeah.
Okay, so now let's jump tracks a little bit. Okay, so now you were talking about like dating and whatnot, and
Okay.
do you now a lot of people have a valid criticism that a lot of gay men are very just shallow, stepping in puddles deeper than you and sex driven and whatnot. Which, I mean, men are sex driven anyway. It's almost like insane not to like know any man that's not like thinking about sex every 9 seconds. But like so do you like we were talking about that at a group last night and about like the online versus the real and like all that other stuff too. Like what are your thoughts on that really? If general
Well,
or
okay,
whatever.
first, I will say that I have two online accounts. I have a Plenty of Fish account. I also have an OkCupid online dating account.
Yeah, I'm on OkCupid too. I rarely ever check it though.
I was on Grindr for about a good 5 minutes. Left that alone. I actually met somebody on Grindr and it just fell apart. And I was like,
Oh, it was just a hot mess.
it was a hot mess. For those of you who are out there right now watching, I don't recommend you get on Grindr. I know a lot of people get on Grindr just to hook up, and if you're into that, that's fine.
Yeah.
But if you're looking for a real relationship, don't go on Grindr.
Mm.
Words to live by. Honestly, I haven't had much luck actually finding people out in the real world. I actually find more people online to talk to, but it usually never turns into anything legitimate as far as a relationship is concerned.
Mm-hmm.
It doesn't mean that I've given up hope. It just more means that I would rather meet somebody in person rather than online.
Yeah.
Like I'd rather meet somebody at a coffee shop or
Yeah.
in a bookstore or something like that.
Right.
Honestly, meeting people at bars is not my sense of meeting people. But here's the thing: a lot more people are getting online now because
Right.
it's number one, it's easier. You don't have to waste as much time, being out there among the people because you're already out there online, and a million people are seeing you every day.
Yeah, like the out there almost seems like it's out there, this big vastness, and it's just like, okay, what is this? It can't seem like that.
Right. And the problem with online dating is that you don't get to know the person. You judge the person based upon their profile.
Yeah.
You judge the person based upon how they look and about what they say in their profile. And if you don't like what they say, then you're not going to hang out with them or try to meet them or whatever. But they may be a great person. You
Right.
just don't know that because all you base it on is their profile. Which honestly, let's put it out there honestly, you can't really know that much based on
Right. Well,
so that's my 2 cents about online dating.
have you, there is this UK show that talked about science of attraction, and it talked about the scent of attraction, the look of attraction, and what was interesting in that video, in that little thing was that they were saying that activity pictures seem to draw more of a person's interest because, like, let's say someone was like up with the like a surfboard or something like that, or doing something, or because of course they have the selfie you take yourself and all these other pictures and whatnot, and they said that the ones where it showed them doing something, or it showed like they were interesting, it showed something about them that was very that got more attention because you assume more about
Right.
that person, like they could be fun or they could be this or that, and that's another thing that to look into as well, because I thought that like the science behind it was pretty interesting.
That's cool. I've never heard that. I'm glad you shared that with me. I've never heard that.
Yeah. So what made you go into your major? Your major is psychology, right?
Mm-hmm.
What made you go into that?
Well, I love helping people, and I was actually doing the whole spiritual reading stuff even before I got into college.
Right.
So honestly, a lot of that essentially is talking to people and working with people, and what better way to be practical about doing that than actually getting into a field where you're actually talking to people, working with people.
Mm-hmm.
You may not be doing it from a spiritual standpoint, but you're still doing the same thing.
Right.
You're still talking to people. You're still, dealing with people.
Mm-hmm.
So I thought, well, I'm good at reading people. Why don't I just get into something that involves more people?
Uh-huh. Okay. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
That's what I mean. For me, people is where it's at. Like, I actually started out as a computer science major.
Okay.
And I actually switched from computer science to philosophy
Mm-hmm.
to psychology.
Okay.
So I kind of took the evolutionary leap of first to abstract metaphysics to people. So,
Right.
You know.
Okay, that's some steps up there. Okay, so now, in closing, what would you say to a person who is differently abled, who may be, growing up in, who's growing up in this world out here? What would you say to encourage them to? What would you say to encourage them?
I would say, well, there's a lot of things I would say, but to sum it up, I would say don't ever give up.
Mm-hmm.
The moment that you give up on your dreams and on yourself is the moment that you admit defeat and you basically choose to stop living your dreams. So don't ever give up, because no matter what you can do it. I don't care what anybody says, you can do it. You need to believe in yourself more than anything else, and you need to allow yourself to give yourself the strength to say, I can do this. I don't care what the world says, I can do this.
Okay. Well, thanks a lot, Alex. I'm going to stop recording and we can continue our conversation. But YouTube out there, I met this gentleman, and if you haven't noticed, he's got those north eyes going on there, which are like kind of crazy. But I almost like get lost in them sometimes when I'm when I'm around him. But actually, I wanted to do this video because of the fact that there are a lot of different experiences out there. And this is just another vantage point for which we can all look. So have a great day, and thanks for letting us talk to you. So I'll stop recording right now. Say bye-bye.
Bye.
Say goodnight, Alex.
Bye.